Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, December 22nd, 2016. U.S. stock market is closed. Um, this is a boring day today. Some economic news came out, and the economic reports basically showing the economy's flat, and we all know that. Um, Trump isn't in office yet, and we got a flat economy. So the Dow backed off a little. Dow closed down 23 points. Not exactly a sell off, but this two, you know, this 20,000 um, barrier is proving somewhat elusive. We've gotten twice within 13 points of it, and yet it acts like it wants to back off it. So we'll just have to see. I'm sure it's going to go through it, um, but I'm beginning to wonder if we're going to get through it before the end of the year. We'll see. We'll just have to see. Not too much happened today. We had a few positions yesterday, and we closed out $1,700 positive on what we closed out there, and then we got into like three new positions, and we're holding negative $1,700 on those open trade positions. So it's basically a wash, break even day. The only thing that I found frustrating today, and I'll touch briefly on it, if I have customers watching this and wondering what's going on, uh, I have the same algorithm, but I have actually three platforms that I put that algorithm into. But two of those platforms are TradeStation. One is the one you're looking at, which is an old version of TradeStation, which I use. I actually trade my own money on it. The main drawback with it is you have to enter the trades manually with this. Um, the latest and greatest TradeStation is TradeStation 9.5. And what's frustrating is when I put the same algorithm into each of these trade stations, they trade somewhat slightly differently. And what happens is the trade station 9.5 will pick up a couple extra trades typically in a day. Usually it doesn't make much difference between the performance in the old trade station and the new trade station. But today, it made a big difference, and it picked up twice as many trades as we did, and it's a consequence. We're holding negative $1,700 in trade station 4 and negative about 9,000 in trade station 9.5. And I, for the customers out there trading 9.5, I know this is very frustrating. And you see me talking here and showing the performance here on the older trade station. You think I'm fooling around with it to make things look better. I am not. Now, the flip side of this is TradeStation 9.5 will actually outperform TradeStation 4 when the markets get really good. It gets into more trades and it makes more money. But we get these kind of sideways, dull days like today, and sometimes you'll get into some things it shouldn't be get into, and uh, so as we did today, fairly substantial loss. So I wish I could make them alike. I don't know why. It's the same algorithm, same trade station language, everything, but they come out differently depending on the platform. So that was my main frustration today. Frustration today with what is here on TradeStation 4 was zilch. We made $1,700 and closed out and have $1,700 loss in open trade. I call it a break-even day. Anyway, not much to show you. I will show you one stock here. This is, I think I showed this to you yesterday. This is LABD. This is the Biotech Bear. And we had bought this yesterday, second hour. It had closed favorably, and then it popped up just a little here for our exit. So we ended up making about $1,600 there in the Biotech Bear, and that, of course, is where most of those profits came from. But the thing was frustrating. This thing kept going, creeping up, and then it hits a re-entry up here. So all this whole distance in the middle of the day while the thing was climbing, we're not making money there. We get into the re-entry. It looks pretty good at first. We got a little money up there, but then it backs off, and we're holding about negative $200 or so in that. So I hope that goes okay and doesn't wipe out the small profit we got in our exit today. We'll just have to see. Anyway, that's the way it went. Just Trader Bob signing off. See you tomorrow on Friday.